Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.
All right, everyone. Welcome back to the coach's desk. Yeah, trusting that everybody's doing well and everybody's doing all right. People, what's up? Yeah, man, the weekend triple treat didn't happen over the weekend. Well, one night of the triple treat. But yeah, we are here. We are here, people, on a Monday afternoon. Welcome one, welcome all. Early birds, welcome. Yes, my people. I trust that you're well and you'd have had a good weekend. Yeah, man. Bless upon yourselves, no, man. Bless upon yourself. Drum roll. Yeah, man. Yeah, we are back. So we never give no triple treat, so we want to ensure that, we're giving a Monday treat. Yeah. All right. So a whole lot of things we're looking at, whole lot of things. Press conference. So yeah, man, we'll be looking at the press conference, the preview to the game, and Reggae Girlz setting up to go into camp, or they possible already in camp. Yeah, so a good amount of things to discuss. Let's see if we can round it off in the allotted time. All right, so you can share the stream, people. Of course, that's the golden rule: is to share the stream. Tell a friend to tell a friend about the coach's desk. Please also remember you can subscribe if you're new. Yeah, subscribe if you are new. And if you have not yet subscribed, if you have not yet hit the notification bell, what a good time to do it. Yeah. All right. So let me get out of the way. The Reggae Girlz move into camp this week. The Reggae Girlz will be moving into camp this week. All right. So we're just going to touch a little bit on that before we move on and talk about the press conference and preview to the game. So the Reggae Girlz preparation for the CONCACAF World Cup Women's Championship gets into top gear this week with two consecutive camps. The first one starting on Thursday, June 16. So this week, they'll have a camp starting. Players and members of the technical staff will travel June 14 and 15 to Colorado, USA, where the camp will be held. 26 players under the guidance of interim head coach. So it's an interim head coach position again. So it's not a fully blown role. We'll spend 2 weeks undergoing intensive technical, physical, and mental conditioning at the altitude in Denver, Colorado. Yeah. So getting ready for Mexico, high altitude, they have gone into Colorado, another place where the altitude is equally high. Now, this camp is primarily sponsored by the Bob and Rita Marley Foundation under the Sidela Marley's Football is Freedom Initiative. The global ambassador for the Jamaica Women's Football Program established the initiative last year to further support the development of female football in the region. Freedom, or Football is Freedom, is also providing logistical support. What they will be providing, people? Logistical report or support. No Gen 6, I guess they take over that job. The JFF is providing funding and is ensuring that all necessary support is being provided to the players and the staff. Real Colorado SC is assisting with fields and facilities. Now, after that, of course, the tournament will be in Mexico, so they decamp and they will go to Mexico on the 28th of June, 28th, sorry, for a 3-day mini camp where they conclude their acclimatization and the preparation for the high stakes tournament. You see, girls, them serious about them thing, you know, so they are making the necessary preparations, you know. Serious thing, you know. A whole lot is at stake, you know. You understand? They will then enter the CONCACAF host facility on July 2, with the tournament starting 2 days after. July 4, massive encounter against host Mexico. Mexico. So, I think I've read this. There was a provisional squad, but this is now the 26 women's squad. Almost said man. So goalkeeper Sydney Snyder, she's from Kansas City, current. Defender Chantel Swaby, Glasgow Rangers FC. Jade Bailey, midfielder, Liverpool. Vince Sampson, midfielder, Charlton Athletics. Havana Salone, midfielder, Carolina Courage. Asher, that's a Shinilo, midfielder, AIK Football. Kayla McCoy, forward, Glasgow Rangers. Atlanta Primus, forward, London City Lionesses. Khadija Shaw, forward, Manchester City FC. Sashana Campbell, defender. Konin, a team in Poland. Rebecca Spencer, goalkeeper, Tottenham. Blackwood Denisha, midfielder, unattached. Tiffany Cameron, midfielder, Eto FC Gayor, Hungary. Alisa Swaby, that's a sister of Chantel, Angel City FC. Midfielder, TNA Wilshire, unattached. Drew Spencer, midfielder, unattached. Satara Murray, defender, Louisville FC. Yasmin Jameson, keeper, goalkeeper. She's at Simcoe FC Canada. Trudy Carter, forward, FC Gincha, Lithuania. Jada Hilton Pelea, defender, Arizona State. Kalissa Van Zanten, forward, Notre Dame University. Jody Brown, forward, Florida State University. Mariah Gray, forward, unattached. Paige Bailey Gale, forward, unattached. Sade, USC, she's a forward slash midfielder. And Malaya Atkins, defender, South Dakota. So out of that, 3 persons will be dropped. 3 persons will be dropped from this list. Interesting, interesting. Interesting. Interesting one, people. All right. I probably need to check out some comments in the comment section before we move on any further. Check, check. Fresh in the building. Comment. Cap on the building. 16.8. Yeah, man. Big up yourself. As you enter like the live. Big up everybody. International show. International show. David Cook. Big up yourself. Welcome. Toki. True Blue. Big up yourself. Peter Parker. Coach, I hear that we recruit a Ghanaian goalkeeper through his mother. You heard about it? Nah. Melissa Williams. Good evening, my people. How uno do? What's up, Melissa? How are you doing? I'm doing well. Yes, in term for now, we don't know if the girl's gonna run a riot again. Alj, big up yourself. Coach, Mexico getting 4-1 victory. Really? The stadium, high altitude, makes players fall like rain. Off time, big up yourself. Big boss. Travis Pessoa, big up yourself. Rob Smith in the building. So as London has to come back, some players return. Peter Parker, you're late. The keeper played in Catalonia. What is this? What is this? A start list for track event? So much unattached. You see me, I say. Oh, Zine. 16K, sick them. 17, I got mad them. 20 might kill them. Big up yourself, Eddie Vision. Big up, big up. Bless up yourself. Hey, Rob Smith, you can't go on, you know. Yeah, I'm brain drain related, you know. All right, so we were at the press conference. Hey, you see, next time when press conference I go on, people, as we are manning on this show, we are going to ensure that we ask some questions in the community tab so the persons can send the list of questions and we select 2 from those. So everybody question can go answer or ask. You know what I mean? All right, all right. Just in, people, just in. Interim head coach Lon Donalds has chosen his backroom staff for the CONCACAF Women's Championship, which take place in Mexico between July 4 and 18. The list of players, of course, I just read them. So they leave Jamaica Wednesday at 2:03 p.m. with the members of local staff, except Xavier Gilbert, who leaves on Tuesday. Denisha Blackwood will leave on a later flight. So the staff would be Lon Donaldson, interim head coach, Sanford Carabin, assistant coach / analyst. What? Lakani, assistant coach, A.K. Lakani. Xavier Gilbert, assistant coach. Alyssa Whitehead, goalkeeper coach. William Itzelberger, high performance director. Jason Henry, physical trainer. Sandra Codlin, physiotherapist, Dr. Gillian Lawrence, team doctor, Devin Lawson, masseuse, Omar Folks, equipment manager, Crystal Walters, manager, Laura Thomas, coach slash scout slash admin. They don't have a head of delegation yet. Chef would be a Mexican only. So that just drop, people. Just drop. He has selected his coaching staff. Right? So we'll be pulling up the press conference shortly, people. Hold on. I get the press conference up and running for you to see. For you to see, my people. We have the press conference. Come in. Go. So these are some of the things that would have covered the female. So we're gonna get into the press conference. Then we discuss it after. We discuss it after. And then we give our prediction on the game and keys to victory and all of these things. All right. See if I can get some more of the comments in. Rob Smith talk it like joke. Coach, so me not hear you at the press. Which press? I find you want to find out something in a big deal. And all you mean you not hear me at the press? That mean you never did it. I'm sure now if you're there at the press, you can see. You can see the persons that are on. So all Paul can't choose his backroom staff. It's a good question. Wrong person. Coach Alika Keane will be remembered for her bomber, and that's it for her. Look, so bless up yourself, Tuffy. Interim get staff and Paula, no staff yet. And Paula, interim, high performance director. Who made up that title to get a free vacation? Hey, you see you, Rob Smith. So Carvin not working with the men team, going back to the women team. Rob, you know better than that in football, all coaches in club teams and some national team as a high performance analyst. Something. I got the invite link, but never get into it. So, the press go. All right. So, people want to know what going on at the press conference. Here we go. I'm going to just run it. I'm going to see what going on. When I tell me if I hear it. See? When I tell me if I hear it.
Starting on time?
Yes. I'm tell them probably about half an hour.
Check. When I hear people.
Not staying in more than half an hour. Eh? The 40, sometimes when we do half an hour go faster, you know? Because many times it's at 43 minutes. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the pre-game press conference.
Are you hearing people?
That's Jamaica versus Mexico. My name is Pearl Bailey, press officer. And of course, on screen we have the man himself, Coach Paul Hall. And I'll show the first one at you, Coach. Mexico, our perennial, hard team to beat, whether here or in Mexico. What plans do you have for them this time?
Well, I hope that the players are definitely committed to the cause of trying to beat this team. I think the last time that we played them, we were minutes away from a victory, and it was a very committed performance, and the boys showed great resilience. And I'm looking for the same type of things. I'm looking to keep 11 men on the pitch as much as possible. But I think once we do that, we'll have a great chance of beating a very good Mexican side with a lot of history. But we want to be able to make sure that we change that history tomorrow.
All right, they were able to blank Suriname 3-0, so therefore they are now leading. No, not leading the group because you have 4 points. But what extra is there? Because I see new players coming into the team. Captain Andre Blake is back, and another goalkeeper is Mr. Wade.
Yes,
Wade. And also a different Jordan as well there. What would these players add to the team apart from Blake? Everybody knows about Blake.
Yeah. Well, I think what we have seen is that the players that have been omitted from the squad have been supported by players who have come in and managed to get us 4 points. So that's the real key about what's happened. Even though we've missed Andre Blake, who's a massive blow for us, I think Amal Knight, and we can all be agreed that Amal Knight came in and did a superb job. And that's what we wanted to continue to happen. So yeah, these players can come in, and these players have got the environment. We try to make the environment where everybody can flourish and improve in this environment, and they can come in, and the squad or the team is strong enough that doesn't matter who drops out, we can always replace them with some quality. And that's what I've always wanted from the word go.
All right, I'll go over to the journalist now. You can raise your hand and go ahead. Who do we have first? Go ahead. Open your mic and go ahead.
I am sure.
I am sure sports. Go ahead. You have 2 questions.
Thank you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Mr. Bailey. Good afternoon, Coach Hall. Congratulations. You got a next win under your belt against Suriname.
Thank you, sir.
Wonderful. And good performance by the team as well. And it was good to see even Leon's performance having come back from what happened. So I'm glad that you guys were able to do that. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
All right. For this game, I understand that Ravel Morrison has some contract door opening for him, so he may not be available. Can you confirm that with us? And because he has been instrumental in the midfield in the games that you have won. And then the first question, is that so? And if so, how do you adjust the team to kind of get the team to play the same way when Ravel is not there in comparison to when he's there?
Well, good question. I mean, Ravel's a good footballer, and we know that when he's playing well, I believe he's the best player in CONCACAF. So, in his position. So we all know what Ravel can bring to us. He's a step above, a class above most players. And when we can get him playing well, he's a problem for everybody. Right about this moment in time, Ravel's okay. He's not said anything to me about a contract. I do know that he's got a contract situation going on in England, but I don't think that's going to affect us. I hope it doesn't affect us. And I think his ability to be able to come out to Suriname in the first place, that's what happened. So now that he's here, I think a fit Ravel, and the Ravel that's focused on playing and playing well, it can only be a good thing for Jamaica. But then, obviously, with anybody dropping out, we have to be able to have damage limitation and manage with other players. And you've got other players who are talented that can come in and who are just as effective in their own way. So a Ravel playing well, yes, is needed, and he's truly a world-class player. And I mean, you only have to see him train to see what he can do with the ball. And we're glad that we've got him. So yeah, I would encourage him to definitely play for us tomorrow.
There are you made 2 in-game adjustments in the last game. You shifted Damian Lowe to the right because we were the Suriname, I think the best Surinamese player was on the left-hand side, which is to our right. So
Yeah.
they made an in-game switch to move Damian Lowe to that side, and it
Yeah.
kind of changed the flow of the game.
Yeah.
And then also when King got injured, you put Kevin Lambert in
Yes.
central defense, and he look a whole lot better than in midfield. Will we see these adjustments in this game, or you're going back to what you had previously?
Well, like we say, I think a lot of this is you can prepare, but then you have to put in what the game gives you, don't you? I mean, sometimes Mexico, we've got a plan, but so has Mexico. And everybody's got a plan until you get a punch on the nose, I heard one say. So I think that, yes, we put Damien over there because we was getting a little bit of trouble. And Damien is not only a good man-to-man defender, he's also a good covering defender. So that's why we made that adjustment. And Kevin, yes, he was really good. But I was just glad that in game we could find somebody like Kevin who's be able to play a secondary position there. And he looked really good at centre back. So these are things for us to think about. And, like I said, there are other players who are in the squad who could fill in, but they're also, the way how I picked the squad was that there are players who can play secondary positions as well. So that's important.
All right, let's move on to Alex. Good afternoon, Alex.
Good afternoon, Coach Paul. Alex here. I want to ask a question. You mentioned about 16 players, the core 16 players, and the 7 development players.
Yeah.
Is 7 development players are locally based or English based? Are they mixed?
Yeah. So that 7 is a number that we're aiming for. That's kind of like a long-term number. So sometimes it's going to be 6, sometimes it might be 5. I hope it's sometimes it might be 15 in terms of the big number. But yes, I mean that's going to be locally developing players. It could be players who play in the Jamaican league. It could be players who play in America, players who are playing in England. These young and up and coming players who we want to be beside the stars such as Andre Blake, Damian Lowe, Ravel Morrison, Devin Williams, the senior players in the squad. So yes, they come from all over, and it's just about the pathway for these players to get into our team and making sure that these guys develop their full potential. So that's the way sometimes it won't be as big a number as 7. That's the number that we aim for. But I don't think that we've used any more than 16 players for a tour. And that's where we got the number 16 from. So I'm just trying to succession plan and bring players through as well as win games.
My final question.
Yes, sir.
Are you going to handle the American press tomorrow? Because they're pressing triangular and they keep more possession of the ball. How would you exploit them in behind and get the players hitting the ground running at the first 15 to 20 minutes in the game?
Well, like I said, I've watched Mexico about 4 times now, and I'm going to watch them when I finish this press conference. We've got our own plan. We've got to, really get at them in the areas where we believe that they are strong, or sorry, that they are weak, and really try and stop them from getting at us in the areas where we feel they're strong. So yes, we've got a plan, and again, just like your colleague alluded to earlier, if we're under the cosh and we need to change, we're skillful enough to be able to make changes in the game and to be able to understand. We all know that Mexico like to attack down the wings, and we all know that we like to attack down the wings as well. So it's going to be a game of will and seeing what happens in the first 20 minutes and making sure that we've got each area covered, but we can react to things happening inside the game as well.
All right, so let's move to the next question. Just open your mic and go ahead.
Good. Paul Hall, Joe Marker here. This is That Sports TV.
Yeah.
All right. So my first question that I'd like to ask is about Rolando Arms, a recent debutant international program. Can you please tell us what you thought about his performance and how do you see him fitting into the system going forward?
Who are we talking about?
Arons.
Yeah. Oh, Rolando Arons.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Rolando is a player of great potential. He's done a great job in England. He's very much a wide player who can come inside and exploit central areas. I'm a person that likes to go over, around, or through the press, whatever the game throws it to us. He's a player that can handle the ball nicely. He's nice and positive when he gets the ball. He's got a good first touch. I think the game last week made him realise that he hadn't played a lot this season, and the pace and of the game caught him out a little bit. So he's really coming back, but potentially he's a fantastic player. So I wanted to get him in. But going forward, he can fit into a variety of different positions, and he's done a great job in England. And I just think that he's got the right commitment and the right kind of resilience to be able to fit into a squad. He can play right or left, and he can drift into the 10 positions and find space in behind the midfield lines. So that's the type of player that I see him as, and that's the type of player that if we can find him, he's got goals in his repertoire. So that's what I want to add to the team as well.
All right. Second question. This might be a slightly controversial question. However, I was in the National Stadium last week, and I would have seen the likes of Daniel Johnson, a very, very or was a very prominent figure in Jamaican football, scoring, in fact, most recently against Mexico. His omission from the squad was, some would say, quite controversial. Some would say they aren't sure why this was. I spoke to him, and he said he's always ready and willing to play for Jamaica. Speak to us about his absence and also about his willingness to still come out and support the boys, regardless of not being included in the 23.
Yeah, that's the type of thing I want to see. I want to see players like that coming out and supporting the guys. It's important that a choice needs to be made, and Daniel likes to play in the 10 area. So I think you'll probably agree that Ravel has probably earned that place going forward. So again, the last group that I initially invited, everybody that won the game against Honduras in the last camp was invited back, everybody. And so that meant that Daniel was probably not invited back because he wasn't part of that squad. I wanted to not change a winning team. So that's why Daniel probably wasn't invited back. And then we go through to choosing another squad. It's just that Daniel wasn't, there's nothing personal or controversial about the decision. I had to choose, and I chose, I sent Daniel a text and I told him the reasons why. And I believe that's what was important. That's not to say that Daniel won't be invited back in the future, but he wasn't invited to this one. And like I said, he and Ravel play in the same position. So, it's that's why. It's nothing more than that.
All right, thank you.
Let's
All
move
right. Good afternoon, everyone, colleagues, and Coach Paul. Good afternoon again.
Good afternoon.
Minzy from Coach's Desk. All right. Two questions. We just want to see if you could give us some information on the omission of Dylan Barnes, seeing that he has been around the team and the quote-unquote the second string goalkeeper for quite some time. He did well in Catalonia, and we noticed his absence. Two, is it a situation where your philosophy does not support a traditional central defensive midfielder? Because I've noticed also that when you have your team selection, that sort of player is actually missing. So those are the two questions I would love for you to answer.
Okay. Again, Dylan Barnes is a player that was initially called, but he's unfortunately injured, so he can't come. He's got a calf injury, plus he's out of a club. QPR have let him go. So I think he's probably got his bread and butter, which is he's searching for a club to think about. So that's why he was omitted. He was initially called, but he had he broke down actually in a Catalonia game. So I think that was quite sad for us. But this is football, and the way how I like to play is quite fluid. I do like a central midfield player. a defensive guy, but sometimes I like a guy to sit there and play deep line midfield player. But sometimes I like the players to rotate and make sure that whoever's there will play there for 30 to 60 seconds. I think, yes, we probably are looking for one. There is one who we've scouted, but again, I just love the team to have balance about it. So instead of having a central midfield player who is dedicated to that position, I believe that they should be able to go forward, and the others be able to sit in and be that central midfield player for that little bit of time. I think Lambert has done a great job in helping us in that area, and we'll look to develop him. But I'm always on the lookout for more, so that there is competition for places. So that's the answer to that question. It's quite fluid.
All right, let's move to someone else.
Good evening.
Go ahead.
Good evening, Coach Paula. This is Sports Down the Middle, T-Got, aka Tyrone, aka T-Got. All right, having lost the 2 games against Mexico,
yeah.
What have we learned from those 2 losses, and what we need to do differently in order to win this game?
I think we need to keep 11 players on the pitch, which is that one thing that we learned. I think we did well. We probably did better when we went down to 10 men. Our damage limitation was very, very good. We planned that, from before the game, that we might lose a man, and the players knew exactly what to do, and they did it up until about, 8 or 9 minutes to the end of play. We know that Mexico like to attack in wide areas. We know that they're quick in possession. We know that we're going to have to be disciplined in the way how we play. We know they like to overlap with their fullbacks. So it's nothing new that Mexico would bring in. It's just how we deal with it, and how we approach the game. And, that's it. So I really believe that Mexico will come. They won't disappoint us with what we know what they're going to bring. I just don't want us to disappoint them, because we've got some serious potential, and we could really set a precedence and make a statement by beating this team that come here tomorrow.
All right, thanks. Let's move to someone else. Hello?
I'll jump in. Daniel Wheeler from Gleaner Sports Coach. 2 questions. Just first, I think it was answered a little bit, but considering that Richard King is out injured and the addition of Jordan Scarlett, does that change how you want to start the game defensively, as opposed to the in-game changes where Damon Lowe went onto the right to stop that that attack from Suriname, and Kevin Lambert will move to a more defensive role to kind of shore up that? So that's the first question I wanted to find out.
All right. Like I say, there's different permutations of how we could do things. I think what's important is the people that come in can come in and do a job, and we trust them to do that job. Everything's an opportunity for people to come in and prove while they were sat down on the bench, looking at me, put me in the game, you put them in the game. This is now their chance to do that. We've seen examples against Mexico, actually, where that's been proven right and proven wrong as well. So yes, it does. Us bringing in players who can play in those areas are really key, but it's also key that we have cover for the players who might break down, and the players that can play 2 different positions. So it doesn't change anything, but what it does do is it provides us with opportunities to be able to look at people as well as asking them to perform in the fire.
And then second question to that, you mentioned how important it is to keep 11 players on the pitch. How important it is, how much of the instruction is to make sure that for the players to keep their heads cool, knowing the potential that these kind of clashes bring, antagonizing players and everything, and how important it is for us to get a first win against Mexico on home soil in 10 plus years.
Yeah, it is. And I mean, we keep saying that to them. The players know what's expected of them. We've got one more session today. If you notice that a tiny little bit of hair before the last game, the Mexican game, and then when Damien got sent off, it all went. It was just that stressful in that game because we were so close. And I feel we're getting closer to Mexico and closer to beating them. So it's important that we keep everybody on the pitch. We'll kick ourselves if we lose, if the same thing happens again. Because I really do believe 11 players from Jamaica can beat 11 players from Mexico on home soil. And then we take, that form into next year. So, yeah, it's really important that I express that to them. But I also give them the damage limitations as well, because things happen in a match. We could go 11 against 10, and there's things that I need to ask the players to do if that happens. So things happens in games, just how you react to them.
That's coach.
Nice one.
All right. Next person, open your mic and shoot.
Oh, okay. Good day to everybody. Good day, Mr. Bailey, and good day to Gaffer Paul Hall. This is Omar Blair from the Formula Sports. Firstly, big congrats on the victory at the National Stadium over Suriname. It was really a very pleasing performance to see. My first question is, and by the way, good luck as well in the upcoming game as well. You guys are going to need it. Omari Hutchinson, Wonder Boy out of the Arsenal setup. Firstly, when are we most likely to see this player again in the national team? Where exactly is the documentation process with this player, and are there any issues that has arisen where the documentation is concerned for this player?
Okay, so I really want to see him play. That's why I invited him to Catalonia, as well as others. There are others that are interested. He's probably the most serious, along with others. There are others who have come through as well. The documentation process, I don't know where that is. I know that he's filed it, but it takes a little bit of time for that process to go through. So I'm looking for it to come through as quickly as possible. I want to really provide a pathway for him into our first team. That's going to take some time. And just like Mexico did with his friend Flores, that, we're looking at trying to, really blood him in and try to get him in and around the first team as much as possible, but really take care with his growth and really make sure that he's not put into the fire too long, too early. Just like how we're taking care of Richard King and others who are young, Chungi and other players like that. So it's important. But yeah, I want him in and around it as quickly as possible. And the documentation, I know that he's put it in. So for me, that's enough of a commitment for me to be as serious about him as he is about us.
Okay.
All right, let's move on. Let's move on to the next
Bailey,
one.
could I have one final question?
You asked about 3 already, you know that, right?
No, man, that was my first. That was my first, Mr. Bailey.
That was 3 in 1. But let's go to the next one.
All right, cool. Quickly, my final question.
It's got to be a good question now.
I think it is. Right. It's a player that I have a lot of time for. A player by the name of Javan Anderson. He is a right back signed to Lazio on loan in the Eredivisie.
Yes.
And from what I last heard, he had challenges where his documentation is concerned. Now, one, is it a player that you are aware of? And if so, what are your thoughts on this particular player coming into our setup?
Okay, so I've had conversations with 8 players in that position, all of very, very high quality, right? Very, very high quality, because I'm trying to bring the best into what we're doing and then letting everybody fight it out for themselves. And we've had long discussions about Javan coming in. And again, what I have said is, because he could have played for Suriname as well. That's where that's where his documentation is. He's half Surinese, I think, and half Jamaican. And I've looked at what he's doing in the I think he's in the Dutch league at the moment. Yes, he is of interest, but like I say, if I'm not able to pick them through documentation, then they just remain somebody who becomes a person of interest. So it's important that we get these guys. Javan Anderson. There's loads of players who have approached. Some are still waiting to see what England are doing. I've been quite aggressive with that recruitment drive since we broke up the last time. And I've just wanted to say to the players, look, I want you to come to a team that's growing, come and grow with us. And, you know, we're looking to do some really special things in the future with this team, and we need the best players. And I think Javon just needs to be able to really try to sort his papers out as quickly as possible, because he can then be considered.
All right, Formula Sport, you go with that? Let's move to the next person.
Yes, Mr. Bailey, thank you.
Yeah, my respect. Let's move to Daniel Blake. Yeah, Daniel, go ahead.
Hi, good afternoon, Coach. 2 questions. Is it easier to prepare now for the game, knowing that things are sort of easing down in terms of the off-the-field issues?
Okay. All right. Yes, it is. I mean, the soul is calm. The soul is calm. I think it's important that off the field you're looking forward to the game. I think the players, what I've said to the players is, look, you know, we want peace. We want to be able to have an open mind when we go into the game, and a peaceful mind when we go into the game. And it's then important for them to put on a performance. They did last week, and I'm expecting them to do this week as well. I actually want Mexico to look, and all the teams to look and fear us. That's a dream of mine. So yeah, it is a very good feeling, but you know, you've got to back that up with a performance. Otherwise, you know, sometimes you can play well when there's chaos going on. So, you know, I'd like it to be calm, 100%.
And finally, last week you spoke about your commitment to the program, and a lot of the fans seem to be on your side. We saw that in the National Stadium. How good does it feel to know that the fans are supporting you, and what would you say heading into the Mexico game to the fans in such an important game?
Yeah, again, it was fantastic. They are really, truly the 12th man, as we say, or the 12th person in the stadium, and the players reacted to that. And again, it feels so good to have the support of the public, and knowing that everybody's putting Jamaica first. That's key. We need to put Jamaican football first, and the image of Jamaica first. So yeah, it was very, very good. I want more supporters to come out. Let's, you know, show them, you know, build a vibe, show the people, you know, make it for Mexico how it's going to be for us next year when we play them away. So really it's really time to make them feel uncomfortable with our support. And it's really good to see the fans in the stadium. Trust me, and we need to build on that, because it's the start of something new beginnings. And let's make sure that we get those fans out and make sure that we show the team support, and we can, you know, return that with a good performance.
All right, the final person coming up, final questions. Well, it looks like everybody's happy to this point.
Just a quick one.
One question.
Can I ask next question?
If it's somebody who's brand new.
Okay, I'm not brand new.
Go ahead. Final question. Final question.
Okay, Mr. All. Tiga again from Sports Down the Middle. What are the areas on the field do you think the Jamaicans need to strengthen to face Mexico?
Well, we need to improve in wide areas. I think we need to improve in our ruthlessness in front of goal. I really do believe that we need to tidy up in most areas. Really, we're at home, and we've got some really good players who, when they're on their game, they can beat a team and really make a statement. But it's important that we do that, and we show that, and we're right from the word go. We make it uncomfortable for a team that we know is good, but we know that they're beatable. So that's what I'm saying. We need to improve in all areas. Nobody plays the perfect game, and if we could really improve in wide, centre back, midfield, up front. It's important that we raise our performance. Like I said, if I would take an 11% increase in the team's performance tomorrow, and if every player gave me 1% increase, we would get that. So that's the league, and then 1% more, please, and then we'll win that game for sure.
All right. I'm sure if you beat Mexico tomorrow, you can talk to the JFF. They'll give you a 10% increase. All right. Just to say one thing, after the game tomorrow, the coach will not be able to give interviews on the field. CONCACAF has come down hard, and they are saying that no interview should be done on the field, coach. So after the game, you're going to walk straight to the dressing room and then straight to the press conference. There's a press conference in the VIP room 10 minutes after the game. So we're asking you to gather there and questions can be asked of the coach. Thank you very much. Thanks, coach.
Thanks,
See you at
guys.
the game tomorrow. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, people. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? Before going any further, people, like up the stream. Wanna hit the like button, man. Big deal, then. We're gonna ban it from the press conference, them, you know. Big deal, then. Yeah, man, I have access to the VIP room, man. We're gonna ban Big Deal Len from the pressers. Happy trouble, man, you know. Sherman Scott, big up yourself. So, people, you heard it all. Hey, one thing we do, you know. One thing we do, you know. Yeah, man, big up the whole May Pen and Clarendon. Sherman in the building. One thing we do, you know. One, big up yourself. Brain Drain, big up yourself. Oh, badness it name. Hey, people, listen to me. Now, man, I'm in a closet, man. We are talking about closet. Listen, when we ask the man tough question, on say, or when we ask him footballing question, on not like it. No, we ask tough question, on want to know about the footballing question for the match tomorrow. On not easy, you know. On not easy at all. I can agree with some of the comments that say Paul Hall is very, very good at answering the questions in a manner that you won't get a direct answer. You understand? That's what me I say Stefan, right? So we can agree on that one. So yeah, him answer the questions and give some long-winded answers to the questions, but I think it's more so of kind of diverting from really answering the questions directly. So I picked up that, and remember, people, this man has a journalism degree. So when we bring questions to him, he knows how to get out of them. You understand? Big up Gunner's boss. Big up Jason Gunner. Yeah, man, that's true, Jason. That's true. Jason Gunner. Big up yourself, Herman Willis. Man say man sound like a true politician. Yeah, man, him well media trained, right, Mikhail? I mean, the questions that I ask, KS is never to pin him down, Question that I ask is to get answers so that we can come back to you people and report. You understand? Me don't want to do like Len, When they ask question and the man answer, Len still not believe, That's a big deal, Len roll, That's so big deal, then roll. Yeah, man, he's a smart fella, man. Very smart. You understand? So you will not get from him what you exactly want unless it's a direct. Even if you ask a direct question and he doesn't want to answer, he finds a way to, because of his training. I believe in journalism. All right, so the match. Big deal then not ask a question. The man just come in a place and a hide like, I don't know what kind of game him a play. Hide and seek him a play. That is true, KS. That is true. But you see, for me, for person like me, will listen keenly still KS. Some of my questions them aren't being answered, It's just let me leave it there. Let me see what Brain Drain asked. Did you know FS real name was? Yeah, man. Yeah, man, I knew. YouTube media fire some bullet after him and a water gun. Traditional media fire. That's true. I think we're asking the better question, not to toot our horns. But it's because we on the ground and we know where we're going. And the fans require some particular questions to be answered. We know what the people them want for hear. So we basically ask questions at the people. It's a pity we only can and ask 2 questions. Hey, Rob Smith, you know see man write some book in the comment section. But me not pay no mind here, man. That man is him just full of it, man. Yeah, man, we got a match, man. We have to roll out, man. A circumstance I could have got in the match before now. Tell you already, So, yeah, man, we are that match, man. All being equal. The previous coach struggled in his environment, so we should applaud the coach for his ability to answer any question intelligently. Ask him what he see to make him change his mind from return from the job in the next meeting, please. All right, we can ask a question. Coach, that is how smart coaches operate. Yeah, man, we know the thing, man. Paul's new nickname is Okrestler. Easy, Oh boy. And we are surprised the bullet scored just bust the gun. No man, so my questions them and we want to know them to man. Oh yeah, chat man. Jason got that. Oh yeah, chat. So you say we don't know nothing. So no more talk about his possible resignation. No ask about that, because that a probably 9-day wonder enough. Yeah, man. You have to be able to think quick, Mikhail. That's how it goes in a situation like those. You have to answer, put in the transitional phrases real quick to ensure you can breathe off your fire. The YouTubers in the press conferences make it much more entertaining and interesting. I'm happy the YouTube gang is being recognized as the journalists they are. Yeah, man, we give thanks for that. We definitely give thanks for that. Those who are perturbed because of the money is not satisfying their desire need to understand that this is the real world. True case. You have to check big deal then. Imagine if a topper answer, Michael. Me know you wouldn't left that one, coach. Can't left it, cause I real thought we make. Coach is this, which contract Ravel have to sign. We'll hear about it. Me not blame him. Most of his answers won't satisfy everybody. Might as well him be diplomatic with his answers. That's true. People don't like up the stream. Like up the stream. We are a ban big deal then from you see Alex coming at the meeting and asks good question and big deal just there. And when him up on YouTube, he make the most big talking and him there in there and can't approach a gaffer to ask a question. Oh, Alex reaching there? I don't know Alex reaching there. I have to ask Alex. Alex, come tell the people you're reaching at the press conference. Ask big deal or you're reaching there. All right, so what in terms of the game tomorrow, people, preview, I think all right, Jay, big up yourself. Yeah, man. Hey, the game tomorrow is gonna be a very, very tricky one in the sense where Reggae Boyz can win and they can lose. Why? This Mexican team is a very good team. Ball handling team as usual with the South America. The what you call them again? Just jump out of my head. Some of the CONCACAF teams, right? It is evident that they like to keep the ball. They like to put the ball on the ground. They like to play the ball around, right? And that is what we are going to go up against. They will have us probably running all evening, all 90 minutes of the game. Will we be able to counter that? I hear Paul Hall stating that he wants to cut off the width of the team where the Mexicans are concerned. They play the ball in wide areas so that their flank men can move the ball and swing in the crosses. And remember, we are not doing so well. We are not doing so well with the crosses. And it is something that I believe the Mexicans will try their endeavor best to explore. That's how they got the 2 goals against us in the World Cup qualifier, beating us at home. And I would believe that they will come again with the same sort of strategy because pretty much we have not improved in that area. They would have done, we are suspect on the right side based on how Suriname was pressing and putting the ball in that wide area. So the defense and shutting off the supply to the wide areas, it is something important. Now, Paul Hall indicated that he doesn't necessarily need a central defensive midfielder owing to the fact that he likes to play a fluid ball game. He doesn't want somebody to sit, although he indicated that from time to time persons will sit. So he's basically telling us that he's not too much interested in a central defensive midfielder. If he's going to use one, it's not going to be one of those traditional one. Box to box, or the name that CC called the other one there. I can't remember. So this is the route Paul Hall is taking. Will it be one of those route that will assist us in going up against this Mexico team? Because this Mexico team, I think they have some young, vibrant, energetic players that really wants to do well for this Mexico team. And they're going to come out all blazing. Yeah. So I would definitely love to see how best we put up some resistance. And for all the time we ask the questions, it's only about the Reggae Boyz putting up some sort of resistance against formidable team. I think Alex asked the right question. How are we going to counter the sort of play that the Mexicans are expected to bring to us? Will we sit deep? Will we Will we give a mid block? Will we high press? Will we try as best to keep possession of the ball? Because the sad part about it, people, is that whenever we have the ball, we try to keep possession of the ball. I think our players are not able ball handlers who can keep the ball moving to spaces and all of that, so that they can pass the ball out of tight spaces. The link up plays are not so very often. You might see them in spurts in the game, but it's time that we find our strategy to press against these teams, and for the 90 minutes not to be in a situation where we constantly go under pressure. The defense is under pressure. And that's why most of the fans will say that a defensive midfielder is a very good weaponry to have versus a ball playing team like the Mexicans, because once they get a hold or control of the midfield with their fast pace, with their slick passing, and these slick passing very accurate. How we go about that? So it's gonna be a tough game, but I do believe that we have the capability. The confidence might be booming from that home win against Suriname, but this is a situation where we're gonna play a very different opponent, an opponent that is not afraid to play, an opponent that will bring the game to us, will take it to us. Will we be able to put up that resistance that will even counter? It's amazing how we talk about we are the fastest men and our athleticism and all of these things. But you notice when we are countering how these teams drop back real quick and close us down. Yeah, man. So it is what it is. All right, let me get in some of the comments. All right, KS, I see a two turning up. Whoa. Coming at them kind of all over the place. Omar Oceans will be at the game tomorrow in the stands. Michaela's turn geographical class. It's a football match. Mexico plays until the end. That's what always catch us. Yeah, I think we have to work on that aspect of our game, concentration level. We need to take it right to the end. I agree. This is the time to test his no CDM idea. Coach, we lost because Low revert to his normal self. What about well, I mean, many of you say Alvas Powell, he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do. Sometimes against Suriname, the first half, they broke on us and our midfield was wide open. They had too much space. We cannot give this that Exactly one. That's what I was alluding to. This Mexico team is a totally different beast from that Suriname team. Suriname team is a ball handling team, but they don't move it as quickly as the Mexicans. And the Mexicans do it with accuracy. But that's what our midfield is doing. 1-1. All we just break up play, kick with the ball. You understand? That has to be sorted out. Big up Coach Devon. All right, I'll give you some information on the under 20 team, people. The under 20 team. All right. The man them asked to pay to name a country that start with an A, and the man said Africa. Them beat you in the Coach, it's funny how Mexico always get away with victory. All when they don't, they not all that. That's true. Because it's a mentality against a team that they have edge over. The no traditional CDM idea is not his idea. Many teams have done it with success, but them teams had quality midfield players with intelligence and discipline. Exactly. You see, Eagle Republic, that's why I would say Alex asked a very good question, because that's one of the questions that he asked. Mexico tend to play the ball out wide and attack on the wide areas. How are we going to break that down? Mexico plays more direct football. They always asking questions when they play. Can anyone tell me any team that doesn't play with a well-recognized CDM? Reggae Boyz. What is the reward for that? What is the reward for that answering that question, KS? There should be a reward for that, man. All right, I'm going to be reading. All right, we have some updates from the under 20. Delegation to Honduras. This is how it goes, people. Baron Watson, head of delegation. Wendell Dozel, technical director. Marcel Gale, head coach. Lee Croft, Letman, assistant coach. Andrew Sewell, goalkeeper coach. Harry Nelson, physical trainer. Raymond Thomas, team manager. Dr. Rochelle Brown, team doctor. Rory Roden Masura, Tajay Bailey, physiotherapist. Ronald Watson, equipment manager. Players: Ricardo Cousins, Kanaya Clark, Luke Morgan, Dexter, Tariq, Lamont Rochester, Malik Kai Douglas, Devontae Campbell, Tyler Roberts, Jamon Barkley, Chad James, Jamari Clark, Zion Scarlett, Jordan Anderson, Romain Blake, Louis Watson, Alexander Bicknell, Duncan McKenzie, Christopher Pearson, Kobe Thomas. All right. This is how the Ricardo Watson is there. This is how they're gonna travel, people. Group of seven. Ricardo Watson, Conaya Clark, Luke Morgan, Tariq Jimenez, Lamont Rochester, Jamari Clark, Ramon Thomas. Chartered flight, June 15, Airways International, Kingston. 7:30 a.m., 8:15. Group of seven. Malachi Douglas, Chad James, Tyler Roberts, Devon T. Campbell, Tajay Bailey, Jermone Barkley, Dexter. Chartered flight. So 2 chartered flight. That one would be 12:30 to 1:15. All right. Oh, Dexter. Why I said Dexter is because I can't bother pronounce him last name, man. Dexter Lembikisa. All right. Group of 17. Marcel Gale, Andrew Swell, Harry Nelson, Lee Crawford-Fletman, Zion Scarlett, Baron Watson, Rochelle Brown, Rory Roden, Jadon Anderson, Romaine Blake, Louis Watson, Alexander Bittnell, Duncan McKenzie, Christopher Pearson, Kobe Thomas, Wendell Dozell, Ronald Watson. June 14, Montego Bay to Atlanta, 3:15 to 7:17. June 15, Atlanta to 9:45 a.m. to 11:05 a.m. So they don't have the money to book the chartered flight, I guess, for all the entire team, because them things are expensive, you know. It is reported that Dexter injured. Well, him no injured. Yeah, second man, Mrs. said that, Stefan. Let me read the team again. Ricardo Watson, Conner Clark, Luke Morgan, Dexter Lembikisa. Let me stop there, sir. And he will be traveling on the chartered flight, the one that will be leaving 12:30 to 1:15 p.m. Mm-hmm. Tony Green, big up yourself. So that Mr. right there, sir. So the team will not be traveling together. They will be traveling in groups of three. Not in groups of three. 3 groups. Group of 7, and a group of 17. The game information: Saturday, June 18, Costa Rica versus Jamaica, 5 p.m. Jamaica time. June 20, Honduras versus Jamaica, 9:30 p.m. Jamaica time. Wednesday, June 22, Jamaica versus Antigua Barbuda, 5 p.m. Jamaica time. Estadio Morazan, San Pedro Sula. Hotel information: Hyatt Place, San Pedro Sula. That's 10 Cali SO Avienda Circunvalación, Colonna Turo, San Pedro Sula. The phone number 50425 707-600. So that's the number you can call the hotel if you want to speak to anybody there. If you can't get them on WhatsApp. Jesus please, the man them head tough. It was mentioned on another blogger program last night that Dexter is injured. They even name his replacement. Really? But this is the information. I'm telling you what time I get that information. I'm not sure. I'm not sure where we're going. But even if I get that information, it can change, people. But I got this 4:03 while the presser was happening. That's when I got the information. 3 minutes after 4. Yeah. Coach Manning's man reported that Dexter Lembikisa failed his physical because of lingering back injury. Coach Dexter might not be going because of an injury, but it is not finalized yet. Still in discussion. Well, I'm short Mannings. I try to call Mannings people. Our Mannings name saving on the phone, Why is the JFF delegation so small? They don't sell big screen TVs in Honduras.
Coach Renzi.
Mannings, you're live on the coach's desk. Live on direct.
Yes, sir.
Why I call you? I just got some information, and persons are saying you reported it on your show that Dexter Lembikisa is hurt, right?
Yes.
But I just got a list with the traveling arrangement and persons who are traveling.
And his name is in there.
Yeah, and they might travel with the team.
I have the list as well, but he has been replaced.
He has been replaced?
So I don't know if that means that he's traveling with the team, but he's injured.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify. So I don't know why. So is it a situation where communication is not happening then?
Because I am wondering if they're still having him travel. I'm wondering if they're still having him travel because he's on the chartered flight.
Yes, he's on the chartered flight.
Right. So right.
Who
And
replaced
I'm wondering
him?
if he's on the the last thing I heard was Powell. Kamali, I think the name is Kamali Powell. They said that would replace Dexter. Kamali Powell, I think. I'm not sure the name, but I think it's Kamali Powell.
Okay.
That's what I was told.
All right, we just want to know. But it would have
Yeah.
easy. It would
But
have,
when I saw it, I asked the same question, and that's what I was told as well. Because I said, how is he injured and replaced? But remember now, part of the other issue is
mm-hmm.
him not being able to play came to them after they sent the list to CONCACAF.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing that he did, because they were trying to get him to go or get him to play, but when they did the physical, like he said, let me try the next day. When they tried, it was impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Probably that's too strong a word. But the list had already been sent. So right, so that may mean it takes some time to change it, or the submission of the letter request need to go through CONCACAF and be sent back for them to have added the replacement player. Because they can't just change the player unless they get the permission from CONCACAF once they have sent out the registration. And the registration had gone with Dexter's name in it.
Okay.
But how long are you going to stay on?
Huh?
Because how long are you going to stay on? Because I can check and I can check and get back to you, you know.
Yeah, man.
If you want me to do that.
I have an half an hour to go. So yeah, we have still
All
have
right.
some time.
All right. So let me see if I can check on it and get back in touch with you.
All right. Cool.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's a bit of information. But I see some messages in here from Uncle Devon, Coach Devon, stating that he just hear from the player he won't be going. All right, so medicals were not administered before the list was sent in. Okay, that probably would have been the only explanation. Or the list is not a final list. I mean, changes possible will be made. All right. One day, the go there, I see him hotel. One day, the hotel I got change the Hyatt Hotel. That is something too. What sort of injury does he have? I want to know that. I want to know that. Oh, a back injury. Okay, yes, I heard it. Back injury. All right. All right. We can settle on that. Big up the people who came out with that information, because while doing the press conference, got this information. So apparently it wasn't updated before they sent out. Oh, so okay, you'll be going back to England. Okay, cool. Cool. All right, understood. Understood. All right, so what would you say are the keys for victory for the Reggae Boyz tomorrow? What are the keys for victory? Coach, you got to pick an 11. All right. All right. What to use again? CH. What formation are we using? 4. 4-3-3. All right. So it's Andre Blake. Blake in goal. Low. Who's gonna be partnering low? Topi. Brown. Bell. Lambert. Williams. Morrison. Nicholson. Flemings. Order 11, you look, people. Hey, look at the erudite. Oh boy. Man, it's a typo. So who are gonna start this up? Hmm? In? So only not like that team there. So who you gonna put there, so? You think the coach are gonna have out and out center half and use a makeshift center half. And all right, people are saying Lambert. Who you put in for Lambert in that midfield? Who's the third midfield player? I say man them bun out Topi, man. Who play for Lambert in the middle, Jay? Which other person you adding in the midfield? Coach make Ravel and Speedy run the pivot. Who up top? Hold on, the people. Hold on. All right, people, just make connection with Dexter just now. Yo, the thing big youth. Yeah, just made connection with Dexter just now, and yeah, the player distraughted to know that he won't be able to play. You know what I mean? But wish him all the best. Wish him speedy recovery. And yeah, he's definitely gonna be keeping Jamaica on his chest, you know. You know what I mean? So we don't have to worry about that. Once he gets over his situation, Jamaica himself. All right. So yeah, back to the team, people. How does this one looks? Talk to me. So Nicholson, Flemings, Bailey, Maggie, Williams, Ravel, Bell, Lowe, Lambert, Brown, Blake. Is this a better lineup than the one before? Share your comments in the comment section. Yeah, actually, I saw a thing. Yeah, fresh. Yeah, one of them there probably can get him on the show, you know. So that team I look better, people. Wanna like that team here? Talk to me, no man. Better than the last team, in my opinion. I would do it a piece different, but what piece would you put in there, one? Talk to me. All right, so Chadwick White is saying playing Maggie with a high press team like a Mexico team is like playing with 10 man. So that is not sitting well with Chadwick. But I want to hear what Wunun is saying before we make adjustment. Beautiful, but J-Lo for Bailey. All right. I would play Ravel so deep. I wouldn't play Ravel so deep. No, me just put it there just because I did something there. Because you have to have Iman and Speedy right there, so you know. I wouldn't put Maggie around there. Switch Ravel and Speedy, coach. I can't go either way, man. Hopefully a Dexter Lembikisa interview on. Yeah. That's it fresh. So we are it. There's another right back in the squad. Paul all goodly go with the first team you put. Yeah, me think so, no Peter Parker, but me just appease what the people must say. People Dexter Lembikisa will be back. He loves Jamaica dearly. We wish him a speedy recovery. Yeah, man. Get well soon, Dexter. Low on Maggie out. So who are playing at the middle there, sir? Low. Why if either way? I don't understand that. Who exactly are you guys talking about? I joined late. We're talking about the 11 on the screen. I would put Low in the team. But if you put Low in the team, who would be the next midfield person? I think about the thing. One. Think one. Me respect you as one of the commenters. Them were always logical, you know. In one, if you put in Low, where would you put him? In the middle or for Bailey? As so long the message sector transmit. Low was playing on the wing. He was playing wide. Coach Fleming can play central. Drop Ravel and Speedy deep. That's what is happening there. Put Low out wide. And put Flemings or Maggie go. On a grader team. Where's the pressure? I spam chat. Oh, look, okay, for Bailey. Now you're talking one way. You can't just drop a message them 1-1, man. You have to make it make sense, because me have a question it, you know. Uno grade that squad, yeah. Grade that one, yeah. And then uno drop full squad in the comment, because me don't want to no confuse me. Because the message them come in quick and fast, and sometimes I don't know one answer to. How that team here look? What's the grade for this team? Seven. Of course, me read the first one fresh. Me read the first one, man. All is making us make difficult decisions because he has picked a squad with zero balance and too many players that are not up to the level. All right, Woon and Rob Smith says 7. KS says 6. But if you replace Bailey and Brown, then I 8. Jerry says 7. All right, on the job for the squad now, no? Hey, but bear in mind that this squad that is on the screen is the people's choice, yeah? So when I grading us. Oh my God. When I graded myself. Coach, you know we are virgin, but that side they are shaky. Hey, family, people and pick a side, you know. Me pick my side before and then say me change it, you know. Farmer, me tell you my side. I had Lambert where me tell you. I had Lambert where Ravel was, where Ravel is. I have Ravel where Maggie is. And where Lambert is, I have Tope. That was my side. And the people they say me switch and Unagi side 6 and 7 were uno pick. You see Jason go now? Yeah, man. You see? No, but me I tell you. Me I distance myself from it because them say me to change it. Them say me to change it. Why brain trainer call out the man name, sir? You want me call out your name, brain train? So that side they get 6 yeah, but me, you know, say me put back my side and I'm gonna be vindictive and give me 5 and 3 and then something there. And that's when I go on with, you know. But here one, let me put my side back. Cause we don't afraid of that. We ain't never scared. See my side, on a grade my side now. Me tell us that that's when I go on with, man. Me tell us that that's when I go on with. No, hey, listen. Me skip to that page already and know what I go do, yeah? Remember me telling you before me change my team, you know. Come on, grade that team on screen now. So, phone team gets 6 and 5 and them something. That makes sense, family. So they have to come over there, come watch it. Jason said Bell, Scarlett, D'Lo, Brown, Lambert, Speedy, Flemo, Low, Shamar. But hold on. When you say one player I don't like in I side, that means I 10 me forget, 9 me forget. If I 2 alone you don't like in that side, yeah. J-Ross, 2 can't wear 3 mark and I don't want to take him out. He can't wear 3 mark and I don't want to take him out. So Dre, anyway, if we take him out, if you say a 5, you give it up. Obviously, you're saying the man worth 5 marks. So if you take out a man worth 5 marks. So hey, me done pretty thing already, you know. Me tell you say because I love one team when I go downgrade it. Me tell you already. Chadua. Once I better me play with 10. 3 Antelope play Tope or play him in a back 3. Bridget, me watch the first half of the game so me can know what go on. Don't tell me that in a Rob Smith. Where's that? A negative 3 fresh game. Let me to that. Let me see. First, 8 minus 3 equal 5. That is I deserve. Just for slow pay. Mullins, you're live.
Yes. This is the coach's desk.
Yes, no. People, welcome to the Politics Watch.
All right. So the player is traveling, but the player will not play, as I said, because part of the rules is that they have to get the medical replacement. They have to have like X-rays and all of those things. And so though he's traveling, he will not participate in the competition.
Mm-hmm.
And they are planning on carrying the other player, which is Kamali Powell, but it's a process that is ongoing in terms of the replacement, because it's not like you can just, this player is injured, put in this player. It takes a while for that to be processed, but that should be the replacement. But Dexter will still be traveling with the team.
Yeah, me just talk to him.
Okay, you spoke to him.
Yeah, man, I spoke to him. Yeah, man, but
okay,
respect for the callback. So people, Mannings is a man of his words. So Mannings, listen to that team before you jump off. How much would I rate that team a possible lineup for tomorrow? Nicholson, Flemings, Bailey, Ravel, Williams.
Nicholson, Flemings, Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ravel, Williams, Lambert, Bell, Lowe, Topi, Brown, and Blake. Rate that team then.
I have that team, but for some strange reason, I think like my thing with Ravel is credible. And that's my thing, because I had that team first. I think that is the best team. I had that team first, but then I had Jamal Lowe in the team and Ravel not being there. Oh. But once Ravel is there, that is the team I would use.
But Mannings, people them have a different thing to say, Mannings, they don't want
They want Lambert to play center. They want Lambert to play center back.
And throw a Slopey as them call him.
But from the game that they started, one of the teams had the team at Arnett Garden. It was it was Topi and Damian Lowe who played centre back in the game.
Yeah, man.
Those were the two who played around there.
Them would have go with still, no, but the man, them are burning fire hard, man.
Pan Slopey.
Mm-hmm.
But I like that team. But like I said, if you go by the game that they played, those are the two who would start. The team that you have, like I said, my only based on some information that I received, I understand that Ravel mean, I don't know if it has changed, but that's what I heard. But if he's going to be there, that's it. But somehow, like I think it's a good team. I would love to find a way to get Jamal Lowe in there, which would mean that he puts Lambert back and start Jamal Lowe, Speedy, and Ravel.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That formula. What you say about that? How much formula get that team at 6? I mean, me no rate Scarlett. Me never see the man play, brother. So me can't just put a man in my team. So on my team, this is not no coach.
Now, you know that Scarlett went to William Nib, right?
You
know he went to William Nib.
You just tell me that.
Yeah, man. And his father, they used to call his father Hagler. Not the original Hagler used to play for Reno.
Yeah, different.
Yeah, but he actually was at William Nib. Good ball, very good centre back. But I don't know if he had enough time with the team to start. And it would be strange because you call up Earl Simpson from so early.
Yeah.
Not Scarlett, and then you bring in Scarlett and starting over Topi and Earl Simpson. So what was the purpose of calling them in the first place?
That me I said to. But we people them like still not.
Yeah. Well,
all right.
I don't know.
So me put in Scarlett there. What want to say now? Rate that team there. That a first and Jason go that team. Wanna rate that team there. But me not see no ratings are coming. Me not understand. The man them a kill for Scarlett and him going and me not see no ratings are coming.
No rating. No, but I say, why would you start Scarlett when you brought on Topi to play? In the practice game you played Topi and Lowe there. And again, people must understand that Topi is going to look, any one of the defenders are going to look better with Damian Lowe. So maybe Topi will surprise us and look really good with Lowe. And he's going to play on the left-hand side. Topi is going to play on the left-hand side, which is the side where Amari Bell plays on. And Amari Bell is more defensive-minded than Javian Brown. So,
Yeah, they must say, some people say a 9 that team, they get a 8. So what me I say do Mannings? You see, so much Topi ratings up. So Topi would have basically be a 3, or a 5, Because when they drop him out of a team, then give team 5, see? And 6 and then something there. So when they drop out Topi, it does skyrocket. So much Topi worth?
Are so much him worth? What do you mean so much him worth? Are so little he's valued? Which one?
Yeah, listen, man. Yeah, listen. You know, me I said that for a longer time than the people listen, But listen, what I'm going, man.
You should say that's how little he valued. That's how much he worth. That's so much. It's so like you might a 10.2.
You see it? Yeah, man. So.
Yeah, man, but then you go see we can take in the match as well. I understand. We don't know about the bleachers thing with the man.
So you got a match, right?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. We got a match, too, man. We are roll out this week. Couldn't
I
reach.
roll on the bleach I still don't know, but me carry some bleach.
Which bleach?
To sanitize.
Skin
To
bleaching
sanitize my
or
seat.
clothes bleaching? Remember, a whole of bleaching I have no man in there.
Me carry some bleach to sanitize the seat over there. Yeah, that we over the grandstand. You know.
Alright.
Yeah, man. All right, then. Bless up to all of the people that been in the comment section as well. Yeah, man. All right, cool.
Alright,
Yeah,
big up
man.
yourself.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, people, just about a good time to end the show. 2 hours. But before you go, drop. So that means me smart then, KS. Anyways, people, now drop a prediction there. Prediction. What's the score? What's the score? Last thing before we cut. What's the score? What's the score for tomorrow? Just go now, man. Say if you answer them way, you're smart, you know. So that means coach is a very smart person. You understand? Anonymous OG said 2-1. Dre said 1-0. 1-0 to Udre. Wun said 2-1 Mexico. Peter Parker said 1-1. Jason Guna said him have 2 prediction. One with Ethiopia, one with Ethiopia. Where the man come from, man? TikTok said Mexico 3-1. Nah, take no 3-1 away yard still no. Fans don't have to come on. Opportunity is there right now for you to come support the team. Of course, may I give my prediction. Yeah, you have to give yours first. You understand? Two one Chadwick Jamaica win. Bailey goal and low. KS, when there's something, man, when you select a score, man, me just do it. So, KS, that simple me, I never did on the show last time, you know. I predicted a 2-1 victory. And the game ended up 1-1 when they played Suriname first. Seeing? And I predicted a 2-0 victory for Jamaica. We beat them 3-1. Technically, that's 2-0. What you say now, KS? Kemar Barnett, 2-1 Jamaica. Everton Jackson, 1-1. Share the points. All right, people. 1-1 Jamaica. Mexico. Yeah, that's what me I predict. 1-1. We can score and we will give up a goal. It's just that if we can outscore the other teams. All right. So bless up yourself, people. We hope to see Cygnus Media said 2-1 Jamaica, Boza and Fleming's goal. let's hope that we can see a Jamaica victory tomorrow. Even with my prediction, I want to see a victory. You know what I mean? So, big up on yourself. Thanks very much for tuning in, people. Until next time. Hey, I know the thing in a 2-hour show, you know. So, as me reach the 2-hour mark, brain drainer says style and flavor. Read him up. Ready for it. All right, people. Thanks very much again for the support. 17,000 on the rise, people. So remember to tell your friend about Coach's Desk. Remember to listen. I want to go subscribe to your channel, no, man. Tell a friend, no, man. I want to like what I go on. I want to tell a friend, no, man. Come subscribe to your channel. All your grandmother too, you know. Yeah, man. Anyways, big up on yourself. Stay safe. Until next time, we'll leave you with a little.
Your style and your flavor make the city rock. They must say the season come out with a bang. Coach Minzy, best round here. Remember that.